What's up? Stay tuned to get ready, get set, and escape with me. I am a huge fan of Pokemon ever since I could play a Game Boy. My first, let me know in the comments below, real quick, what your favorite Pokemon game is and which one you first played. My first one was Pokemon Yellow. My favorite one, still to this day, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Well, actually, no, let me rephrase that. Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because they combined Fire Red and Leaf Green with what was it? Yellow, red, and blue, or what did they combine? They combined two territories into one. It was Kanto and Johto. So either way, those games are my favorite. I think Heart Gold and Soul Silver were my favorites because they combined the two and they were modernized at the time. So big fan. I love Pokemon so much. I love the anime. I love the whole lore behind it, just all the different characters that have happened. Honestly, I love it so much. I would love to write my own story based around that universe because I would have a ball doing it. There's so many things I actually had a fan fiction of this once before with my own characters, but anyway, I digress. Support the official release. The link will be in the description below. I love to hear what kind of fan theories we have here, and I look forward to checking them out. So without further ado, let's jump in. Syncing the video. Boom.
Pokemon was such an important part of our childhood, and for many of us, it's still something we love to this day. There are too many
favorite's still
Pokemon fan
Pikachu
theories
and
circulating
Lucario.
the internet about both the video games and the anime to count, but it
Ash
turns
and
out
Brock are
many
back.
of them
Huh.
are actually true. Wait, the internet had something true on it? That's crazy. Before we begin, hit
Since
that subscribe
when?
button to stay
Since
up
when
to
is
date
it ever
with
true
CBR,
with the
and ring that
internet?
bell to become part of our notification squad so
The
you never
clickbait
miss a
alone,
video.
I'm sure, isn't
Without further
true.
ado, here are some Pokemon fan theories that have been confirmed.
If you are a Pokemon, there's no reason I can't capture you.
Mr. Fuji created Mewtwo. The Pokemon video games
Really?
never directly addressed the question of who exactly created Mewtwo, but there were plenty of hints that were eventually confirmed in the Pokemon Origins anime series. It was revealed that Mr. Fuji, the old man who lives in Lavender Town, once lived in Cinnabar Island, where he worked as a doctor. There was also a Japanese Pokemon
okay.
Emerald event where the player could travel to faraway island and capture Mew. The sign on the island has a signature that
I love
Japanese
that
fans
event, man.
believe belongs to Mr. Fuji, suggesting a connection between the two. The Pokemon Origins anime later confirmed that Mr. Fuji did create Mewtwo in the past.
That's so cool. I loved catching Mew on the faraway island. That was so fun, man.
The contents of the GS Ball. At one point in the Pokemon anime, Ash travels to the Orange Islands to collect a mysterious Pokeball and brings it back to Professor Oak. The mysterious Pokeball was the GS Ball, which was half gold and half silver. Fans speculated as to what could be contained within the ball for years, and Ash took the GS Ball to Kurt in Johto. After this, the ball is never mentioned again, and we never learned about its contents. Fans had speculated that
Trash.
Celebi was the Pokemon inside of the GS Ball due to its status as a secret legendary Pokemon, and Masamitsu Hidaka had since revealed that Celebi was indeed planned to be inside the GS Ball and would become a major character in the anime.
And I especially look forward to seeing
Too bad that never
how
happened.
good he really is.
That would have been cool.
The end of the anime. It turns out that Ash Ketchum's journey was almost cut short, as there was no plans to extend the Pokemon series beyond its original initial planned run of 18 months. Fans had speculated that the original series felt like it was going to end with the Indigo League, and Ash defeating Gary, since the Orange Island storyline felt like it came out of nowhere. Masaki Iwan had confirmed that the Pokemon anime was planned to end after only a year and a half of episodes, which was considered to be a fairly long run at the time. Due to how successful the anime series was, it got extended and will likely now continue to run for years to come.
That's understandable. I gotta admit, I don't like the fact that Ash never ages. I would have loved to see him actually grow up and help other trainers to become like he was, you know, to follow their dream.
I
really don't like he never grew up.
James are meant to be together. Some people thought James might have been gay due to the effeminate performance that Eric Stewart used when voicing the character, but this was an invention of the English language dub, so it shouldn't be considered. The Electric Tale of Pikachu manga actually gave a conclusive answer to the romantic fate of Jesse and James. The series showed the two of them married and expecting a child in the epilogue of the series, with Meowth still at their side.
Really? Oh, they got together. That's so cool.
The
Is that really confirmed though? I guess so,
Fans
because of
had
the video.
speculated that there were plans for Pokemon Red and Blue to include the option to play as a female character, but it had to be scrapped during development. This was partly inspired by the character of Green in the Pokemon Adventures manga, who was a female rival of Red. This theory was proven to be true when the artwork for the Pokemon Red and Green guidebook was released. The cover of the book shows Red, Blue, and Green facing each other, while each has one of the three Kanto starters at their feet. This confirms the idea that a female protagonist was planned to appear in the game, but it was likely cut due to technical issues.
No. Well, at least it happens nowadays.
Fantastic.
The identity of the other Kanto badges. There's a long-running meme about Gary Oak in the anime and video games. We've sure you've seen this image a million times.
Oh, yeah.
It's possible to have more than 8 gym badges in a single region. The gym badges
Yeah.
that show to Ash mostly come from
But he had
gyms
like
that
10?
are unaccounted for in the Kanto region. Fans had speculated that other gyms may have existed in the Kanto region, but
He
simply
cheated
weren't official gyms yet. It turns
in
out
the
that
story.
other Pokemon gyms may have been planned for the Kanto region in Pokemon Red and Blue, since there are unused names for several gym badges in the code of Pokemon Red and Blue.
Lasting bond created between trainer and Pokemon makes
I love
them
Mudkip,
even
man.
stronger.
And we're that great starters.
Humans-dated Pokemon. I'm sorry, what? In Pokemon Diamond and
What?
Pearl, you can visit the library in Canalave City and read up on the myths of the Sinnoh region. One of these myths confirm that humans and
That's
Pokemon used to marry
bestiality.
each other in the past. This piece of information was censored in the international versions of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, but the book mentions that humans and Pokemon used to eat together at the same table. Humans and Pokemon were once considered to be equals, but the Japanese version
do
just
that
happened
now.
to do it in a much creepier fashion.
I don't have time to deal
Oh,
with
man.
this nonsense. Hey, Ash, give me a hand. Sure.
The playground rumors were true. There were so many
playground
bogus
rumors.
methods created by fans promising you'll encounter a Mew. It may have taken until 2003 to discover, but there was a way for players to acquire a Mew.
hated
You could
those
hardly call it a
those
legitimate
fakes.
method. It's possible to
Oh my
acquire a Mew
goodness,
before
man.
you reach the second gym in Pokemon Red and Blue, thanks to the Mew glitch, which allows you to start the process off a battle, but lets you put it off until later, allowing you to encounter a Mew. It's also possible to catch a Celebi using a glitch called the Celebi Egg Glitch, which allows you to breed any Pokemon in
glitches.
the game, including a Celebi. If you want to know more about these glitches, check out Bulbapedia.
I can't believe how Ash could talk to me like that after all we've been through.
I have no
Ash
idea.
and Misty were meant to be together. We mentioned earlier that the Pokemon anime was
Yeah,
supposed to end after
I'm
18
still mad
months,
about
but there's
this.
also
This should have
evidence
happened.
suggesting the first Pokemon movie was when things should have ended. The reasons fans suspect this is due to an earlier preview of the film that shows some intriguing footage that never made it to the final version of the movie. The preview shows an older version of Misty with a young girl seen with a Pikachu. Fans speculated this footage was from a flash-forward sequence that would have acted as the end of Pokemon, and that it proves one of the oldest theories. Ash and Misty loved each other. The kid must be Misty's daughter with Ash's Pikachu, which suggests that she also is Ash's daughter. How crazy is that? Love wins in the end.
There was a song too. There was a Misty song where she was clearly singing about Ash.
The name of Ash
I
is
love
Pikachu.
that song, man.
In the Island of Giant Pokemon episode of the Pokemon anime, we saw subtitled versions of the Pokemon.
I really wish they
dialogue
continued
when
that
communicating
plot.
with each
I'm
other.
still mad
They
about
continue
that.
to speak while only using their names. This episode led to speculation that some Pokemon might have their own personal name, different from the one given to them by their trainer, but are unable to tell their trainer about their actual name since they can't speak a human language, besides that is.
That makes
The
sense.
Tale of Pikachu manga actually confirmed that Ash's Pikachu was called Jean-Luc Pikachu, in reference to Captain Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek The Next Generation. The name Jean-Luc
Jean-Luc.
doesn't suit Pikachu at all, and we're certainly
No, it
not warming
doesn't.
up to it.
As long as my buddy's
No.
with me, I can go anywhere.
Sean. I mean, I can see
Ash
Sean,
fights a
actually,
real
Sean.
T-Rex.
I can see
The
that.
Pokemon video game series has been unclear on the topic of real-life animals existing in the world that aren't Pokemon. The Pokemon video game references some real-life animals in the Pokedex entries, and the Pokemon anime include brief cameos of real-life animals, but that's about it. This led to fans wondering whether animals did really exist in the world of Pokemon. It seems that the Pokemon movies were going to answer this question, as Takeshi Shudo's plan for the third film was going to involve the discovery of a dinosaur fossil. This fossil would be resurrected
Really?
as a real-life Tyrannosaurus Rex that Ash and Team Rocket would have to face together. The movie also would have described what happened to the real-life animals that existed on the planet before the arrival of Pokemon.
What? And that didn't happen?
That vision.
This video is triggering me so bad right
The
now.
version of Kanto that appeared in Pokemon Gold and Silver was a lot barer than the version we saw in Pokemon Red and Blue. Fans had speculated that the reason Kanto was so bare in Pokemon Gold and Silver was due to the fact that Game Freak didn't have enough time or the capabilities to include the complete Kanto. It turns out there was truth to this theory, as unused maps for Cinnabar Island were found within the files of the game. The version of Cinnabar Island that appears in Pokemon Gold and Silver was almost totally bare, since a volcanic eruption destroyed all of the buildings. buildings. The unused maps indicate that the gym would have returned and would have been used as a battleground for the fight against Blaine.
Hey, mister!
That would have been dope.
I sure do talk a whole lot, but you don't make any sense at all!
The return of Black and White. The fact that Pokemon Black and White 2 were the first direct sequels in the series led to rampant speculation among fans concerning a cameo appearance by the protagonists of the original games. A lot of people expected there to be a climactic battle against the main characters of Pokemon Black and White, just like how Gold battled Red at the end of Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. It turns out that one of the protagonists of Pokemon Black and White was planned to make an appearance in the World Tournament mode of Pokemon Black and White 2. Data exists for Hilda in that mode even though she isn't assigned any Pokemon. She must have been cut at a very early point in development. Sorry, Hilda.
I want to know what trainer is.
AZ's Flowette. AZ is a mysterious character who you encounter several times in Pokemon X and Y. He was the former king of Kalos and designer of the ultimate weapon. AZ had a beloved Flowette, which lost its life, who returned to AZ and is brought back to life at the end of the game. AZ's Flowette has a unique color scheme, which is different from the other Flowettes, and many believe AZ's Flowette would have been given away as a part of a special event. When fans finally got the chance to go through the files of Pokemon X and Y, they discovered that AZ's Flowette was indeed programmed into the game. It's known as the Internal Flower Flowette, and possesses a unique move called Light of Ruin.
What does it do, I wonder? It's obviously a leaf
Humans,
Pokemon,
Pokemon, and the food chain.
leaf element, excuse
the
me.
Pokedex entry for Sharpedo in Pokemon Moon confirms the long-standing theory that humans eat Pokemon. The entry states that
What else would
Sharpedos
they
were
eat,
hunted for their
as far as meat
dorsal
goes?
fins. The Pokedex claims that Sharpedos were the victims of overfishing, which is all too real of a problem. In real life, shark fins are used to make shark fin soup, which is considered a delicacy in some parts of the world, and it's not any different with Sharpedos.
Duh.
A Pokemon Eat Pokemon world. The Pokedex has offered several scenarios where Pokemon hunt
It's
and
obvious.
devour
It
each other.
talks about that in the
entry
Pokedex.
for Vileplume in Pokemon Sapphire claims that the grass-type Pokemon uses its large petals to attract prey, then uses its toxic spores to paralyze the Pokemon so it could be devoured. If you've played Magikarp Jump, you may also have encountered an example of one Pokemon eating another, since your Magikarp could be snatched up by a Pidgeot who flies away with its dinner.
Hey, it's pitch black in here.
That's pretty funny, actually.
The purpose of the Altering Cave. Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald contain locations known as Altering Caves, which only contains Zubats. The fans speculated that there was more planned for these spare locations. It turns out that Game Freak and Nintendo had plans for the Altering Cave, which would have involved Wonder Spots. The idea was that you would be able to change the Pokemon that appear in the Altering Cave by using the Game Boy Advance wireless adapter at special Pokemon events. This feature was never used, but all the files can be found in the game.
That sounds so fun, man. I would have loved doing those events. I remember they used to do that at like Toys R Us.
Pokemon
Oh, I miss
Diamond and Pearl
those
introduced
days.
Arceus, the deity of the Pokemon universe, who's said to have birthed the universe and created both humans and Pokemon. Game Freak created special events that could be used to encounter secret legendary Pokemon, and fans expected this to be the same with Arceus, but instead, it was given away directly through a trade. It turns out that an epic confrontation did exist within the files of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl through the use of the Azure Flute, but you have to hack into your game to get it, as it was never officially given away.
I want to tell them that people are no longer afraid of them, that they've nothing to fear.
The official Missing No portrait. Missing No is the name of the most common kind of glitch Pokemon that players would encounter fishing outside of Cinnabar Island in Pokemon Red and Blue, and it's unique to the international versions of Pokemon Red and Blue. Fans have often speculated whether Missing No and its ilk could be considered canon or not, and it turns out that one person who is officially associated with the Pokemon series has referenced Missing No and the glitch Pokemon in his work. He uploaded the art to his Twitter page, which was considered by many to be the first official recognition of the glitch Pokemon.
The Pokemon that comes from shadows.
So you did come to interfere!
The Pokemon Multiverse.
That was cool
As the Pokemon
artwork,
series
man.
progressed, fans noticed that discrepancies had started to come up in regard to the timeline of the series. Things just didn't line up properly. Pokemon Omega Ruby
Different
and Alpha
writers.
Sapphire confirmed that multiple timelines exist within the Pokemon video game series, with every few games being separated into their own eras. It's possible that all of the timelines and multiple realities will be ignored if the rumors about the upcoming Pokemon games for the Nintendo Switch are true, but only time will tell.
Yeah, my name's Ash.
Could it be that for the anime, please?
Well,
'Cause
there you
I would
have it.
love for
Did
that
you
to
know
be
about
true.
Any of these Pokemon theories? Are there any we may have missed? Let us know in the comments section below. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to CBR to keep up to date with all our videos. Thanks for watching.
I'll subscribe. That was pretty entertaining. I don't think I've actually seen a CBR video before, but if you enjoyed that video, I thought it was really well organized and the information was pretty cool. So check out their video. Send some loves. Let them know I sent you. Like, comment, subscribe theirs. And if you enjoyed my reaction, like, comment, subscribe to me. That was really cool. I actually really enjoyed that. I know they said for the game it was alternate universes, but I kind of hope that there's an alternate for also the anime as well, because I really need Ash and Misty to be together, since that's how it was supposed to be in the anime. I'm a sucker for that stuff. Like, I get so attached to characters, but yeah, there we go. Let me know of your most fondest Pokemon memory. I can't wait to get back into the games. I haven't played a Pokemon game since Pokemon Black 2. So I've missed a couple of the games because I don't have a 3DS. So I plan on catching up though. I look forward to that. Ah, man. Actually, I should make a Pokemon drawing video soon and a podcast. Let me know what kind of topics you guys would like to see for that. So until the wind hits us yet again, I will see you all in the next escape. So until then, later days.